Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's McGee in at the center. And for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Oturu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Porter looking it over. Releases. Wide open shot is on the money. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, get with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles. In some ways, that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the basket by Gordon.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
Now, here is George. Beverly finds George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Now, here is Morris. Passes it to McGee. To the paint. Here's Porter, and it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflections.
Here's Morris. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Morris inside. Denver passing it around. Now here is McGee. He's covered closely. Nifty move. And the rejection by Cousins.
Cousins not one to be challenged there. Tenacious denial.
Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
George against Morris. And George with the stuff.
Befuddling body control from George. I mean, taking the hit like a man and still getting all the way to the basket.
Now, here is Morris. Over Beverly. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Kicks to Cousins. Pass to George. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, no good.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Shaquille Harris comes in for Morris. Here's Harrison. Lays it up and banks it in.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside Jackson. Outside for Batum. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now here's Jackson, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Zubac finds Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Paul George, he's checked in for Kennard. And then for Denver, Bowl, he's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Porter. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The 3 from George. Drains the three-pointer. George has got 7 points in the game.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Clippers on top, up 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Harrison. Green is out there with Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Rivers in at the 2-guard spot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Harrison passes to Millsap, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Millsap's got his first basket.
And, you know, Millsap ready to shoot anytime he's close to the basket. Gets it off before the defense can react.
High post, Zubac. Kennard finds Zubac. Leonard inside, guarded by Green. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Up top, Rivers. Kennard covering. Millsap inside, working on Zubac. Bull can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 7. Leonard, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 6 points. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees a teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly. Here's Bull. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harrison. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The pass to Patterson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Takes the 3. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Here's Jokic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And the Clippers miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And finished off by Porter.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
So it's the Clippers now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. George passes to Cousins. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 8. Back to Morris. Pass to Porter. Pulls from the top of the key. And that one goes long. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Oturu. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Nuggets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Gordon inside, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Tell you what, that remarkable foot speed of Gordon's really causes problem for the defense. He's a hard guy to keep in front of him.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 6 seconds left to play here in the half. George from deep three-point land misses the deep three-point attempt. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Jackson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's Jokic. On the wing, Morris. Here's Porter. A second chance effort. Jokic kicks to Porter. From the low block. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Now, here is Morris. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Yep, that one goes.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Just 4 to shoot. McGee with no one around. Denver gets it back. And now we've got the intentional foul. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Leonard. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Harrison in for Morris. Now, here's Green. From 7, here's Jokic. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Jokic is really a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. This big fella has multiple skills, and there's not much he doesn't do well.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Rivers against George. Here's Jokic. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Jackson down low. Zubac the pass to Oturu. Right side Jackson. Pass to George. Count it.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
1:43 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's George. And so they foul intentionally. .131 left here in the 3rd quarter. Right side Jackson. Here's Cousins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
We've got 1:23 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
First free throw is good. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Clippers leading by 7. Pass to Kennard. 1:05 left to play here in the 3rd. Denver grabs the miss. Rivers kicks to Green. Here's Bull, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the 2nd, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Leonard. 8 points for him. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Clock at 4. Lets it go from the wing. And Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 6. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And so he makes both from the line. Campazzo. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, you know, rebounding is about knowing where the ball is going as well as pursuing it. And I like seeing him hit the offensive glass and go right back up with it.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we'll be right back after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Aaron Gordon, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Porter in at the 2. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. They trail by 6. Millsap misses. The Clippers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Morris into the lane. Ball's knocked loose. The Nuggets shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's George in for Kennard. Now here's Beverly. And there's the pass to George. And he gets it to go.
And this is one of George's main strengths. A phenomenal mid-range score.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Morris dishes to Gordon. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Jackson. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to George. Nobody near Leonard. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Passes to Jackson. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. 5 on the clock. Jokic with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. George passes to Oturu. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Nobody near George. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
They get the rebound. McGee. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Drops in the tray. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
Outside Leonard. Knocked away. It's stolen by Morris. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for George. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Gordon. Jermichael Green comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Monte Morris. Now, here's Jokic. Shot clock at 6. And another miss by Denver. Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field. Well, it's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Leonard kicks to Kennard. Back to Leonard. 1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. Good work defensively by Millsap.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Now here's Leonard. To the inside. And the Clippers call time here. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. George is checked in for Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Jokic. Oh, missed it. No good there. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final and the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got Damian Lillard. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Powell in at the 2. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Beverley. Lillard with the rebound. Pass to Powell. The 10-footer. 2 points. That one goes.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now here's Beverley. Left side, Leonard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
Now here's Nurkic. Back to Hollis-Jefferson. Pass to Lillard. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. The shot by George, wide open. Nice open look, but it's no good. And here's Portland. And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Oh, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic for, hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
It's good on the putback.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Powell. Hollis-Jefferson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Second free throw, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George dishes to Morris. Back to George. Here's Oturu. Defended by Covington. Morris with the bucket.
Well, yeah, Morris is just a tremendous shooter. He has great touch from beyond the arc.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. There's the pass to Powell. Lillard scanning the floor. Passes it to Nurkic. Oturu with the rebound.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Leonard finds George, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
High post, Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Leonard, no luck. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Powell. He dishes it to Lillard. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Lillard. 4 on the clock. Doesn't go for it. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Pass to Canner. Here's Simons. Guarded by Jackson. Simons, the pass to Anthony. From outside the arc. Portland again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shots good by Kennard.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, gets inside, finds himself a shot.
McCollum with the ball. And he makes good on the layup.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And here's Leonard. And it's in there. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clipper. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Portland trailing here. Here's Powell. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Powell's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers. And so here are the Clippers. Now Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Patterson against Powell. And Cousins kicks to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Poked away. Outside for Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Powell, no one around him. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Nobody near Leonard. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
This is why Kennard's teammates appreciate him. He's good at sharing the wealth when they're uncovered.
Here's Simons. Patterson defending. Powell's got room. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Powell's got 6 points.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on his team.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Leonard. And George is subbed in for Kennard. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Only given up 2 points this quarter.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Portland leading. Wide open look. The rebound by Patterson. The Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Cousins throws it down.
I'll tell you what, I really like watching Cousins use his athleticism on these alley-oops. He's a big target near that rim that you can't forget about.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Simons, the pass to Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. On the wing, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morris into the lane. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
How about the strength of Morris, shrugging off the D and nailing the shot?
Anthony right side. Shoots over Patterson. Anthony can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, I love to see the bigs who run the floor on fast breaks. Cantor typically plays with a high activity level.
The pass to Cousins. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Patterson passes to Cousins. Back to Patterson. To the middle. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And there's no secret, Cousins is one of the more fiery competitors in this league. And I like guys who play with their heart on their sleeve.
Lillard finds Powell. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kennard on the wing. Beverly wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. Beverly's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Beverly. Kennard on the wing. Fires the 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, and you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the position at both ends of the floor.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
They've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Kept alive. Cloak loose. Batum with the steal. Kennard finds Beverly. Back to Kennard. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Powell for 3. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the opening bucket to start the second half for Portland.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Kennard. Zubac back to Kennard. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 6. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Kennard with the ball. He kicks to Beverly. Back to Kennard. Shoots over Powell. That one a little long.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Nurkic can't hit.
Jesus surprises anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
Kennard's shot is off.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now, here is Morris. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. There's the triple. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to Anthony, trying to get something going. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Clippers leading by 10.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And here's McCollum. After Paul George getting his 3 to go. Simons the pass to Kanter. And that's off the glass and in.
A true inside-outside player. We know Kanter can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
Jackson kicks to George. Anthony against Patterson. Outside Jackson. Latrey. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Portland. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Patterson finds George. Over in the corner, Cousins. No good on the 3. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Passes it to Kanter. A 3 from McCollum. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Lillard outside. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it's Los Angeles with a... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, we've got Anthony. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now. He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him enough.
Great positioning on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. 8-point game. And here's Leonard. Pass to Cousins. Back to Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Oh, he's one of the best passing fives in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Now here's Lillard. Low block shot. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Oh, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And then for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Ande Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Anthony. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. Lillard dishes to McCollum. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now Beverly kicks to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Back to Morris. Lets it go with a 3. He's off on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Hollis-Jefferson finds McCollum. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Now here is George. Morris outside. George passes to Oturu. Shoots over Covington. Zubac trying to break loose. Oturu's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 8. And a wide open look for McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Can't afford to give McCollum any breathing room. Once he has it, he's ready to shoot.
George against McCollum. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in for Morris. Now here's Covington. A reverse. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan. And the Clippers lead by 9.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
Here's Lillard. Puts it up from 12. Got a piece of it. Beverly for 3. And that one is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hollis-Jefferson, good. 44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. George passes to Beverly. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in. George, no good. Blazers on offense. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. It's good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And McCollum is a lethal scorer, especially when the game is on the line. Love how under control he is.
Here's George. Over in the corner, Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing. A 3 from McCollum, and it's sent back by George. so the Clippers with the win. It was up for David. Thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
NBA.
The bronze likeness of Lakers. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Such a wide open look. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And there it is for him.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
And stolen by Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game,
at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Doncic. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now here's Leonard. Lets it go from 14. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Good.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Beverly against Doncic. A 3 ball. Can't hit that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Finney Smith passes to Marjanovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's George. Shooting foul as the... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Count that bucket.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Outside, George. Pass to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Elbow shot. Mavericks with the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And that one's good. Cousins. Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic looking it over. The 3 nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 9.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
George with the bounce pass. Doncic against Jackson. Pass to Cousins. To the paint, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Mavericks have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Doncic outside. Inside. He kicks to Cauley Stein. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Finney-Smith, a chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Richardson up top. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Misses the 3. To the left side wing. Here's Okuru. No good from outside. No good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. Come on, come on.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now the pass to Brunson. Powell with it. Leonard picks him up. Powell inside. Leonard's there. The shot by Powell, no good. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Mavericks leading by 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and stolen by Cousins. Kennard for 3. Stolen by Brunson. It's tipped. Cousins dishes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This is what Cousins gives you, good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Cauley Stein finds Hardaway. Back to Cauley Stein. Clock at 6. Here's Burke. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Off target from three-point range. The Mavericks leading. Here's Burke. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Now here's Kennard. Burke covering. From deep three-point range, Kennard's shot is off.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Hardaway against Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Beverly against Brunson. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Sinks the triple. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
We've seen Kennard steadily increase his three-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
Brunson scanning the floor. Hardaway with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Patterson. Batum's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 1:07 left to play in the first half. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Shoots over Batum, and Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got his first points in this one.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 9. Here's Marjanovic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
George with the ball. Down low. Patterson dishes to George. Over Richardson. George, no good. Pass break, Dallas. Lob pass to Porzingis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Now George. And so it's Dallas with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations. And that'll about do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. For Dallas, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Leonard attacking. Nice D from Porzingis.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Outside Leonard. No good from 11 feet. Mavericks leading by 10. Here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
At 7-3, Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And George, here we go. Can't hit from in close.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Crafty move, and it's Porzingis laying it in. Porzingis has got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. George against Richardson. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Outside, George. And the shot goes in. George has got 5 now.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And George kicks to Morris. From deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 3 for Doncic. Morris with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Mavericks leading by 12. The drive by Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. The shot misses, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And George kicks to Morris. From the arc. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Doncic outside. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Powell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Thompson with it. 3-pointer. Morris with the rebound. We're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. They need to avoid that.
Leonard dishes to Cousins. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. He lobs it up. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Jackson finds Leonard. With 4 seconds on the clock. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Here's Brunson. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Dallas. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They have made... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Out to Porzingis, just 4 to shoot. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball. Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Mavericks leading by 10. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. Jackson against Brunson. Outside, Redick, just 5 to shoot. Over Patterson, it's deflected.
Just a great job of timing on the block from Patterson.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Shot's good by Kennard.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Now here's Brunson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And there it is on a night when he's been so efficient handling the basketball. That's his first real mistake.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Doncic. And he can't bank that one in. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Morris. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Here's Doncic. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
George looking around. Zubac kicks to George. Here's Patterson. Good on the triple.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They're so close now. They've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in for Patterson. Cousins on the follow.
If you're his teammate, get Cousins the ball. He delivers.
And here is Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. That shot off.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Doncic outside. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're ahead by 1. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Boban Marjanovic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. If this game's still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
George with the ball. Can't get the three to fall. Now Burke, it falls.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. So we see the Mavericks get... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. And thanks for tuning in to the NBA and the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 5. And for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Morris in at the 1. Outside, George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on JaVale McGee.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
Here's Morris after the Clippers pick up 2. McGee the pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6. It's a hand on it, and Porter putting it right back in.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And George, here we go. Oturu, the pass to Zubac. Here's Oturu. Here's George. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
And Jokic gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Beverly kicks to George. Nice move. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Pass to Gordon. The kick out to Porter. The dish to Morris. Back to Porter. Denver passing it around. Stolen by George. Leonard against Morris. Beverly for 3. Unable to get that one. Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porter dishes to Morris. Back to Porter. And it's blocked. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Porter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take them to another level for sure.
The Nuggets trail. Here's Harrison. And Millsap, here we go. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Strong drive. That's how Millsap has to play, assertive and aggressive.
And here is Los Angeles now. 1:31 left to play in the first quarter. Jackson down low. Denver grabs the miss. And Porter, here we go. They kick it out to Green. Harrison passes to Porter. Pass to Millsap. 5 to shoot. Shoots. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Porter's got 5.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Now here's Cousins. No points in the game yet for him. There's the feed to Patterson. Over Green. Out to Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Morris.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Here's Harrison to the inside. Green. And the shot is long. The Clippers trail. In the corner, George with it. Now here's Patterson. Not a lot of room. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Here's Harrison. He kicks it to Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
At the end of one, a closely contested. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Cole is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Green. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Bull can't hit. Here's Los Angeles now. They trail by 1. Here's Batum. But they get it back. Passes it to Beverly. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for JaMychal Green. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. That one goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Jokic, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Oh, Leonard in position.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Harrison's checked in for Monte Morris. And then for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. And George kicks to Cousins. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Jackson has the open look, and the 3 ball is good. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Rivers finds Jokic. Let's go over Patterson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
A different look for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Rivers. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. Back to George. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Bol. Gordon against Beverly. Stolen by Beverly. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Here's Patterson. The layup missed.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Beverly.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And George, here we go. 6 to shoot. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And it's George finishing it off.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly. The shot by Harrison, no good. Clippers leading by 5. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. A shot by Batum, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Bounce pass Gordon. Here's Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jokic has got 9.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Back to Beverly. That will count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So that'll...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust... And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Oturu in at the 5 down low. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by McGee. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Leonard against Gordon. Leonard the pass to Oturu. Jokic grabs the miss. Denver in the lead. And Porter, here we go. That one goes. Count it. 9 points in the game so far.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's George. No good on that one. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets leading by 3. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others. Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Rivers, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Leonard kicks to Cousins. And the pass to Leonard. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Leonard's got 6 points.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And Millsap, here we go. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Cousins. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
And stolen by Cousins. Jackson finds Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 4-point game. Bull can't hit. Leonard attacking. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for him.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
The drive by Jackson, off on the layup. The Nuggets leading by 4. Now, here's Bull. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Yeah, Bull with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Harrison. Aaron Gordon comes in for Jermichael Green. And Porter subbed in for Austin Rivers. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. And George, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 10.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
Now, here's Bull. Defended by Beverly. Porter, no luck. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 4. And come. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Now Beverly. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Pass to Jokic. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Jokic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. And here's Beverly. Oturu, the pass to Beverly. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Morris kicks to Jokic. And they pick up 2. Jokic has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, you got to like how locked in Jokic is on offense now. His confidence is sky high, and he believes he can score on anybody, anytime.
Morris outside. Six on the shot clock. Platoon passes to Man. And another shot. Here's Oturu. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Porter. Denver leading by 8. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Porter finds Morris. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Jokic. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Gordon goes in, and the shot goes down. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
You know, even when the defense is a little handsy, Gordon is a pro at completing these drives.
Here's Beverly. McGee with the block. They get it back. And the basket by Oturu. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harrison's checked in for Denver. Jokic with it. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Near the three-point line, it's Porter.
Well, the quickness of Paul George on defense is something that very few players possess. I think he does a fantastic job rushing guys because of his presence.
And here's George for 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Jokic. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 12. Harrison kicks to Porter. Denver passing it around. Jokic. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Pass to Jokic. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Here's Harrison. Shot clock at 6. Feeds to McGee. Off with the layup. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. Nobody near George. From outside, off the mark. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jokic against Leonard. Now, here's Jokic. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
McGee finds Gordon. Here's Harrison. Out to the right wing. McGee with no one around. So the Nuggets win it. It was a fantastic. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. We bring you tonight into Portland.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Hollis Jefferson. McCollum is out there with Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide-open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
The Clippers grab the miss.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, so far, if you look at the totality, Batum has put together a very impressive career. He's had a great stroke from outside in addition to his outstanding defense. Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior, gotta love it.
Powell in the high post. Back to McCollum. From deep. That one, no good. On offense, here are the Clippers. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the 3 off target. Now, here's Nurkic. Passes to Powell. Nurkic in the post. Defended by Beverly. And Portland turns it over again. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. The pass to Zubac. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Pulls up on the wing. George with no one around. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, when Batum spots a wide open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Beverly.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
To the middle, Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate, McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. It's George on the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in. George has got 5 points so far. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Beverly finds George. 3-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers leading by 7. Beverly looking around. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And the shot goes in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Powell. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Batum with the steal. Beverly with the ball. On the wing, George. From deep. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Powell for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Powell's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Jackson. Puts up a 3. Connects from 3-point range.
That's a terrific answer. Right away, Jackson swings the momentum back in their favor with a big 3.
Powell against Kennard. Powell, that's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Kennard for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
They've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. They're the group that Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Leonard looking over the floor. Back to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Lillard's checked in for Powell. And the Clippers with the change here, too. Man's checked in. Now, here's Lillard. For 3. No good on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Mann. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. Inside, and Kanter throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Leonard, that's for 2.
Come on.
But they recover it. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard surveying the D. Here's the 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Okuru. Back to Beverly. 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lillard, the pass to Simons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Jackson after Enes Kanter's basket. And here's Leonard. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Covington passes to Simons. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. A miss that time would have put him up. Outside for Jackson. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now here's Jackson. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Oh, and really, Jackson excels when the defense gets physical with him. He's more than up for any challenge.
Here's Simons. McCollum outside. From past the arc. Oturu with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
It's deflected.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Kanter has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense in no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Clippers with the ball. After the Trailblazers pick up 2. Jackson from long range. The shot off that time. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss. And that's it for the first half of it. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Some struggles for Portland in the first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm. And that'll about do it as we...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is playing his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. Lillard misses.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
George against Powell. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Paul George. Lillard dishes to Powell. Back to Lillard. He kicks it to Jones. Lillard with no one around. The Clippers grab the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
George finds Zubac. Here's Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now here's McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
George against Powell. Here's Beverly. The shot's good.
Oh, and the D can't do enough with Beverly down there. I mean, he's just too clever for them with this interior shot.
Los Angeles making a switch here. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Now here's McCollum. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. To the paint, looking to end the run, and finished off by Nurkic.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Los Angeles leading by 3. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
McCollum passes to Powell. Back to McCollum. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Kennard for 3. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
Timeout.
Turu's got his first 2 points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now the pass to Simons. The shot. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Damian Lillard.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Outside Leonard. Kennard for 3. Beverly finds Kennard. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Simons. Lillard outside. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. This one for 3. Here's Giles. Rob. Now here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And he's got his first 3 of the game. Took more than a half to do it.
16 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Beverly. He's got 7. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard on the wing, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, up 5. And we'll be back. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Powell in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Outside Jackson. There's the dish to George. Back to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Lays it up off the glass.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Passes it to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Lillard. The quick look, no good that time.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
It's stolen by Anthony. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, I love to see the bigs who run the floor on fast breaks. Kanter typically plays with a high activity level.
Outside Jackson. The pass to Zubac. Now here is George. Pass to Batum. Now George. And foul on the... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's an intentional foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Clock at 6. Batum finds George. Nurkic with the block. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Covington to take the lead, and it's good on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
Outside, George. They need this one.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Pass to Nurkic. Covington down low. Cousins is there. Nurkic in the post. Defended by Batum. Nurkic can't hit. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're in front by 1. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Thank you, David. Morris with the bucket.
And Morris is certainly a clutch player. Demands the ball when the game is on the line.
Lillard against Beverly. But Green, good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
It drops.
Oh, man. And in these moments, Cousins is ready to take these shots. He does not shy away from the big moments.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball inside. Gets the bucket, and the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Cousins relishing the opportunity to come through in the big moment in a big way for his team.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. DH.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the five for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the power forward position. And for Dallas, Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Leonard missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And the Mavericks with possession. Finney Smith passes to Richardson. Dallas again turning it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Kicks to Beverley. Marjanovic against Zubac. Outside, George, 6 to shoot. Fires from 18. Mavericks with the rebound.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync.
Richardson the pass to Finney Smith. Now Marjanovic. Zubac defending. Here's Finney Smith. Outside, Porzingis. And it's blocked. Leonard looking over the floor. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Now, here's Doncic. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside Leonard. The pass to George. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Nobody near Leonard. Goes back up. Zubac's no good. The Mavericks trailer. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. Here's Finney-Smith, and the layup's good off the glass. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. George, no good. Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Stolen by Beverly. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. That one misses. Fast break, Dallas. Lets it go from deep. But they get it back. Porzingis sinks that one from the post.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside for George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Burke. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Cousins. Batum against Hardaway. Outside for George. Cousins, no one around him. Hits it from three-point range.
This is the issue with checking Cousins. Along with everything else, he makes you extend your defense.
Here's Burke. Powell, tip back in for 2.
And a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead, up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
We've got Hardaway. Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Brunson in at point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Cousins dishes to Jackson. Back to Cousins, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence.
Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that thing. Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
From deep three-point range, Redick with the rebound. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. There's the 3. But they'll get another chance. Here's Hardaway. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Dallas has gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. He gets it in there. Brunson's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Here's Kennard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Kennard's got his first points of the game.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Pass to Reddick. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 12. Brunson, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Jackson passes to Kennard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. It's good. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Mavericks leading by 4. It's deflected, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zingas, he's checked in for Powell. Luka Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. It's good.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
1:32 left here in the second. Good work there as it goes.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
And here's Kennard. Zubac's with it. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Brunson against Jackson. Wide open. The Clippers keep it alive. Launches it. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Kennard against Richardson. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Nice D from Doncic.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic. That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
29 seconds left to play in the first half. To the middle. It's stolen by Marjanovic.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
And there's the pass to Beverly. Zubac kicks to George. And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. And that should do it with the...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Mavericks leading by 8. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 4. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Outside, George. And then jammed down right as he goes over Marjanovic.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Here's Marjanovic. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs. The Clippers shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. George looking around for the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
On the wing, Doncic lets it fly. Up again, Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 6.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Beverley against Doncic. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Beverley.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverley.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Doncic against Beverley, and that one's good. Doncic.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now Beverley passes it to Oturu, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Kicks it out to Leonard. Feeds it to Cousins. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
That one drops for him. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And Burke has it in the corner. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Hardaway against Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Out to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Burke looking over the floor. Misses the 3. Clippers trail by 16. Here's Kennard. Can't cash in from close range. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the wide open shot from Redick. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And now the Clippers on the break. The open shot by Leonard. They get it back.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
Mavericks leading by 14. Here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 14. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Jalen Brunson out there with Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The shape. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Cousins. Looking to get back on track here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for Burke.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Brunson scanning the floor. Porzingis inside. Patterson defending. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Now here's Beverly. And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Leonard attacking. And he gets the bucket.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
And here is Doncic. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Back to Doncic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
A tale of 2 halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Beverly, the pass to Okuru. Back to Beverly. Right side, Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Beverly. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Brunson with it. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson left side.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball. Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Pass to Kennard. Leonard against Doncic. Leonard inside. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Beverly against Brunson. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Powell. And here's Brunson. Three-pointer. That one doesn't go. George against Richardson. George, no good. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Richardson for three. Powell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Mavericks.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Porzingis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
5 on the clock, and Porzingis puts up a deep three.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Nobody near George. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Now here's Porzingis. Dallas again missing. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Some good competition, but the home, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.